Hi everyone. Welcome to Entrepreneur Excel Expert Spotlight. Under this series, we bring the best of industry experts to share their wisdom, knowledge, and expertise with us. Entrepreneur Excel is a global community which is connecting over 70,000 entrepreneurs across different social media platforms. And we help them grow, network, and collaborate. Well, I am your host for today. My name is Devisha Jatakia, and I am a social media trainer and a strategist. I provide training and management services to help entrepreneurs and businesses grow organically on social media. Well, do you know that our numerological profile uncovers the blueprint of what our soul has pre chosen for us to accomplish in our life? Fascinating, right? Every number has its own unique vibration, and that has an influence upon the story of our life. Now, this is getting really exciting. And to explain this in depth, we have our expert who will decode numerology for us. So, let's welcome Ssanket Popat. He is a spiritual catalyst. He does tarot card reading and teaching with numerology solutions. I'm sure he must be, an expert in maths also in his school and college days. Let's hear it out from him then. He does, and with his energy work and chakra healing, with pendulum dowsing and counseling and lots more, he have helped millions and millions of people across the globe. So let's welcome Sanket. Hello, Sanket.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
So tell our viewers कि मैथ्स में आप बहुत एक्सपर्ट थे ऐसा कुछ था.
Very, very frankly, I was very, very bad in maths. Very bad in maths. When I had gone to learn numerology, I had carried my calculator with me. You know that?
Oh,
And I've
so what?
noticed this also. All good numerologists are bad in maths.
अच्छा.
Yeah,
So okay, friends,
that's a
noted.
trait.
अगर मैथ्स नहीं आता फिर भी हम न्यूमरोलॉजिस्ट बन सकते हैं with proper
Definitely
guidance.
बन
So
सकते
what is numerology? Tell our audience.
See, numerology is a science. It is a occult science.
Mm-hmm.
It is derived. What I practice the most is the Pythagorean numerology, which is derived by the great mathematician Pythagorean.
Mm-hmm.
So, what I believe is every number has an energy, and everything around us is also numbers. If you see, most important, our mobile number, our birth date, our car number, bank account number, everything is numbers, numbers, numbers. So
True.
it plays a very, very important aspect in our life. And
Mm-hmm.
going to the second level, every alphabet is also a number. So our name,
Okay.
which is full of alphabets, is also
Mm-hmm.
comes down to a number. Yeah. So this is about
Yeah.
numerology and how it works. Every number has an energy. Okay.
Okay.
It has a certain characteristics. So if you are born on a certain date, you will have certain characteristics as your character, as your nature. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is we the first thing what we receive in our life is our date of birth. The first thing which is noted when we take birth is what is the date of birth that is written in our certificates. And the second most important thing is the name, what we get. Yeah, at least 80 to 90% of population don't change their names throughout the lifetime.
True.
Yeah, except for the especially in India where the girls marry and they choose to take the husband's surname, then it is a different thing. Otherwise, the name stays with us lifelong. So
Okay.
every alphabet on the name is also a number.
Mm-hmm.
And there are certain numbers who are friendly with certain numbers, and there are certain numbers who are not so very friendly with certain numbers. And there are
Okay.
certain numbers which carry some karmic connections, karmic load on them. So if your birth date number and your name number is not friendly, is
Mm-hmm.
not in harmony, then we have a
Mm-hmm.
lot of ups and downs in life. Then we have an eventful life. And if your birth date numbers and your name numbers are in sync with each other, they are friendly, then you have a very smooth and a very happening life. You can manifest anything very easily. Your life is very smooth. You get everything in life. So
Mm-hmm.
having our name and our birth date in sync with each other is extremely important. And It's very easy. So, and it changes life. I believe me, I've seen miracles happening after people have changed their spellings.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, how is numerology different from astrology, or is it the same?
The base is the same. Even numbers are associated to planets, and it has the same planetary effect what was there in the astrology also. But
Mm-hmm.
here, we have a very good option of changing our spelling or understanding the numbers and living accordingly, so that we understand how to live.
Okay.
And astrology is a chart made when you were born that cannot be changed. We can give some
Mm-hmm.
remedies to, amplify a power of a planet, or to diminish a power of a planet, or to play around with it.
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, here the remedy is either counseling or a change in the spelling. So they're very interconnected. If somebody knows astrology and numerology, they can really understand that they go hand in hand. You will understand if in astrology somebody says that आपके ये दशा चल रही है, so we in numerology say your life path period is going on. So it's very very
Okay.
similar. Even we have periods in numerology as the dashas in astrology.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's the same way as the planetary chart is made in astrology. We also make a chart in numerology
Wow.
that way.
So in case if we change our name or correct our spelling, so is it necessary to go back and correct everything? Because in the official documents, because
Yes, this is the one
I don't
question I
know how
get
it is.
from everybody who's come to
We're
consult me.
getting from you also now.
Of course. So no, I have been using this new spelling. If you notice, it's double Sanket.
Yeah.
I've added one more
And in
S.
the spiritual also it is double SP
I
double I. I was like
Yes,
कि
yes.
अभी ये इसको क्यों चेंज किया?
वो बोलता है ना, डॉक्टर सब जगह पे दवाई दे देता है.
Actually.
So if so every aspect of life I try to use my numerology because I want the best in life. So as coming back to your question, I have
Mm-hmm.
been using this since last 7 years now. I haven't
Okay.
changed my documents yet. No need,
Okay.
because in today's digital world we don't see our driving license or our passport or our Aadhaar card every day. It was those days when you used to carry everything and show it to people. It was verified everywhere. So no need to change it in documents. It is a big hassle, time wise as well as money wise. It's a huge expense also, and a lot of stress going to all those offices and making a
Mm-hmm.
affidavit and putting it in the gazette, giving it in the newspaper.
True.
It's a long long process, and it is not required. The only thing which you have to do is use it wherever it is possible, where it is not verified. For example, I am on social media right now. I'm using this spelling. It is not going to be verified with any
Hmm.
Aadhaar card or anything of that sort, so I can use it freely. The most
Mm-hmm.
important thing what we have to do is write it, because writing is directly connected to our subconscious mind. When we
Mm-hmm.
keep on writing it a number of time with a specific color pen, I tell you,
Mm-hmm.
it sits in our subconscious mind, okay, this is my spelling now, this is the energy which I want to work for me. And then the energy sets in our subconscious, in our aura, and things start shifting.
So won't it affect? It is said कि दो अलग नाम होगा तो फिर दो मतलब दो अलग स्पेलिंग रहेगा तो दो अलग you have to suffer through
Hmm.
two karmic
Yeah, yeah. So
something
what
like that.
happens? Yeah.
What is
So
that?
when we change a spelling, we use it maximum. As I told
Hmm.
you, wherever it is not verified. So
Correct.
in our day-to-day life, for example, if you're an entrepreneur, you can change your visiting cards or your
Hmm.
email IDs or your signature on the emails, all that. And you use your original spelling, which is documented only where things are verified. For example, if you're filling up a visa
Hmm.
form or a
Hmm.
passport form or something like that, or your kids' schools forms or something like that, where it is verified with a document, you use your original name. So on an average, at least 90% you're using your new spelling, only
News.
10% where it is verified. You have to be mindful. In fact, actually I have to be mindful. My kids tell me, Papa, here you have to write your original spelling, not the change spelling.
ये लिखो.
So because I am so much in sync with the new spelling, I am
Hmm. Hmm.
so much within it that I don't resonate with the single Sanket now. I don't connect
Ah,
at all.
okay.
So if you just put it in your system that ways, then of course the new spelling is going to work for you. And of course, see there, you were born with a specific spelling. You have to go through certain karmas. Your original chart doesn't change. Whether you're doing any astrological remedies or numerology remedies, the part of it, 0.101% of your original chart is going to be effective. You have to live those karmas. But with this change of spelling or any other remedies, the intensity of that karma goes down very much.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Makes
so
sense.
yeah, so it is like something huge going to happen. It will minimize it to the lowest possible with your full faith. The most important thing which works is your faith and your belief in the system.
So does that also mean that numerology helps in improving our health as well?
Of course, of course. See, because as I told you, numerology works on planets. So every planet has an energy on it. I have seen. See, it is. I am not saying you stop your medical treatment or stop your medicines or something like that, but definitely it helps in improving your health. I have myself seen a paralytic patient becoming better. I have seen people coming out of depression. I've seen people, excelling in studies also.
Okay.
Having a better social life, better relationships. Every aspect, it has worked. It has worked. So, yes, means the paralytic patient which I was telling about, he was almost like 85, 87, and he was paralyzed. He was in such a state he couldn't, of course, he couldn't write because he was paralyzed from the right
Hmm.
side. He was
Hmm.
writing. So what
Okay.
happened was he had so much of faith and his family had so much of faith, and he was living in a joint family. So everybody used to sit around him on the bed when he was sleeping, and they used to write the name for him.
Okay.
And in 21 days, he started showing drastical improvement. So much of an improvement that the ward boy who was kept there, he believed in so much. He also started writing for that patient.
Ash- Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
and in around 2 months' time, he messaged me that I am typing with my own hands and I am becoming independent. He did not, he was not cured of paralysis totally, but at least he became independent to, use the phone, go to the toilet on his own. So at least that is also more than enough for a person
Yeah.
to be, to be better, to
True.
feel better. You're not dependent 100% on anybody.
So can numerology predict my future or anyone's future? Is it anyways
See,
connected or possible?
see, I always believe any sort of divination cannot predict future. It can give you a guidance that,
Okay.
okay, the future road is smooth. Put your car in the fifth gear and run, or the road is bumpy, so better be more cautious. So we can
Okay.
always tell you. And of course, if there is a bumpy ride, we try to have a better driver or a better car in the means of remedies so that your bumpy ride is taken care of.
Taken care of.
Yeah, so there is nothing called as prediction. See, everything works on our free will. The
Correct.
soul's free will is the strongest thing possible. If I say you're going to get married tomorrow, but if you don't move out of your house or if you don't look out for somebody, how are you going to get married?
True.
So, so it is your free will,
Efforts.
Yeah, because yeah, it happens, means I had parents of girls coming in, my daughter is not ready to get married, please change, just telling us. I said your faith in the system is okay, but her faith in herself is much more,
Is more
so
makes
that she
sense.
doesn't want to get married. So whatever we do, it is the soul's free will. First the person should accept it. When I changed my spelling, I accepted it wholeheartedly. Okay, yes, this is me now, and then it started working for me. Otherwise it doesn't work. So we should have full faith in the system, full faith in, if you're getting it done from me, full faith in me also, that okay,
True.
what I have done is the best for you. That ways it
Correct.
works better.
So we saw couple of positive impacts, but are there any negative impacts of numerology, or can it affect negatively?
Yes, it does affect negatively. So in all my talks or all my interviews like this, I always tell people, please just don't blindly follow on the internet or YouTube videos and change your spellings. It is a huge calculation. It is not a
People do
10-minute
that.
thing. Yeah, people do that. I have seen so many people that, okay, this spelling is coming to this. See, there are hundreds of calculators available
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
there are a
internet.
lot of things, and even we
Yeah,
get it on recommendation things and
yeah. Yeah.
lot
So
of
they just put it in that
pop-ups.
calculator and they just read through that. Okay, this is a lucky number. My name has come to a lucky number. But are you seeing it whether it is in sync with your birth date? Are you seeing your yearly charts with it? That no software on the internet is showing you so many
Hmm,
details.
hmm,
So
hmm,
when, as a numerologist who have done studies, or have done a deep study in numerology, I check all aspects of your life. If you're changing your
hmm, hmm.
spelling today, I will make sure that the coming 5, 7, 10 years are very strong, that you feel that change, you get that positivity. And if your 5 years from today are smooth and very nice, then it is very easy to take off. Then it is like, okay, chalo,
True,
5 saal achhe gaye hain, then I will manage my life well. So
true.
I make sure that from today, at least your good period starts, or you should start feeling the changes. And I have
Hmm,
seen, if by chance, if you're just doing a internet calculator and just changing your spelling and using it, if it is not in harmony with your birth date numbers, or if it is a karmic number or something, I have seen people going down. I had a case who had come to me for tarot reading, and I knew him before, so I had seen that he's changed his spelling on the Facebook.
hmm,
So
hmm,
he had come to me, and I just started reading his cards, and I told him, I'm seeing since last 2 years you're going down. And he was
hmm, hmm.
always very good in his work and everything. And
Okay,
then coincidentally it struck me that I asked him, when did you change your spelling? And he said exactly 2 years back.
2 years back.
So I said, see, now you can relate that from
Hmm,
2 years
hmm,
you're going down, and you're 2 years before you had changed your spelling. And you know, I was so shocked when I checked his original spelling. It was a wonderful combination. He actually
oh,
did not need a spelling change. He was doing wonders in life. He wanted to have a jump, so he took this spelling change where he went down into dumps. And dumps in the
oh.
sense that strong person had actually cried in front of me when I was doing a tarot card reading. It was minting millions when it was
Hmm,
good.
hmm,
And here he's like, I am off work. I'm in negative bank balance right now. So then I said, go back to your original name. Just don't do anything. Go back to your original name. And he's doing better now. It's not as good as it was before because he had changed his documents and everything through a consulted another numerologist, and he
hmm,
had done everything possible. He had spent lakhs of rupees and he went down. So I
hmm.
request everybody, please don't do it yourself. Not me, but go to a proper numerologist who knows his work. So it's very
But
important.
why not you? I'm just asking. Why
I'm
not
not
you?
forcing. I'm not forcing anybody. I'm not advertising myself here. So
Okay, then
I,
I'll
I, I,
advertise for you.
I am yes, I am a good numerologist. I have seen awesome results with myself and with my clients. You can check on my YouTube. They have given me good reviews. So
Even
yes,
I'm giving a bang on review for Ssanket.
yeah.
Friends, he is just not, he's being modest right now, but that's okay. That's good. But I highly recommend you if you want any session with him, maybe say tarot reading or numerology. He's the right person, and I'm sure he'll guide you. He's a beautiful soul, a dear friend, and
Thank you so
bang
much.
on it with his work. He's so passionate about it.
Yes, I am.
So
I'm extremely passionate about my
so,
work.
so as we are talking about this, how much time do we need to get started, or probably we start seeing changes after we start having that in our mind?
So see, again, it depends upon the faith and the belief you have. When I changed my spelling, I could feel it the moment I decided that I'm taking this spelling. The same moment I could feel a change in my energies. So there are certain people who see. Means I had a client who had come, like he was not getting a increment in his work. He was doing amazingly, and I just did a spelling change for him. He had not written it once. Also, he'd just taken the chit, put it in his pocket, and from my house, he had gone to the railway station, and he called me from there that I got a promotion. So, he had not written it once. Also, he just had the chit in his pocket, and he was
Okay.
so excited about it. He was like, "Wow! After 8 years, I got an increment. I just received a mail."
Wow.
So
Wow.
it was so awesome. And some people take around 21 days. Some people take almost like 3 months to start seeing changes. Depends upon how much faith you have, and how much energy, good energy or positive energy you have. If you
You have.
yourself are carrying a lot of negative energy, then things don't work so easily for you. First we have to be positive. First we have to be receptive. Then it works wonderfully.
True, true. So Sanket, before we sign off, any quick tips for our viewers that can, help them with their progress?
Yes. So don't just blindly follow the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Have faith in yourself. When the right time comes, you will meet a right person who will help you out, whether it is an astrologer or a numerologist or a tarot card reader or any sort of therapy. When your time is right, you will find a therapist. So have faith in yourself, have faith in the divine, and to whomsoever you go, have full faith in them. That's
Mm-hmm.
the only thing I say. Don't go with the doubt, don't go with any negative thoughts. In fact, never have negative thoughts in your life. Get up in the morning, say thank you to the god that okay, you could wake up today, you have one more day ahead in your life. Be
Mm-hmm.
grateful, be in gratitude, forgive people who are not important in your life, forgive people who are important in your life, be
True.
grateful for everything you have. We are much much blessed than so many more people.
So many more.
So
So true.
yeah.
So, my gratitude from me and my whole community for you coming on this show and sharing the tips and so many secrets about numerology.
Mhm.
We have a couple of questions in the comments, Sanket.
Yeah.
After this live, make sure you go back and revert all of them. And friends, if you have more questions, feel free to write in the comments. We will also edit the wall copy post, add his contact details, so next time whenever you feel in अंदर से वो आवाज आएगा तो Saket is the right person, please go and ping him.
Yeah, yes.
And thank you so much for coming on this.
Gratitude for giving me this platform, and I'm sure Entrepreneurial Excel is awesome. Devisha is awesome. Devisha is a very, very good social media
Thank
person. Any doubts? I take a lot of help from her. So please do that also.
thank you,
Take care.
thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you. God bless you all.